What's up everybody, this is Manic X representing the Games Raced Awfully channel, and I'm starting a new series of videos that focuses on how to edit. It's a crash course in editing, essentially using Sony Vegas. So if you don't have Sony Vegas, you can either buy it, I'm from the UK, so the cost is about £500. Or if you want to just kind of have it temporarily, you can get the trial, and when trials run out, you can just get a new trial for a different version. So I'm using the most up-to-date version, which is 13, and this is under the assumption that you are using the full version. But clearly, if it gets to certain points and you don't have the full version, you won't be able to do certain things. Obviously, trials come with restrictions, but this particular episode will be looking at just the pure basics of Sony Vegas. So if you consider yourself somewhat a more experienced editor, this is completely pointless to you. So anyway, Sony Vegas. Let's start with the basics. You've just opened it up and this won't be here, so let's delete this. This is what you'll kind of see. And if I delete that as well, that won't be there. So what you'll want to do before you can even do anything in Sony Vegas is go to File and New, or you can use the shortcut Control N, very similar to Microsoft Word. Anyway, so do you want to save changes to this? No, I don't, because it's a project I was working on earlier. You will get this then, say New Project. Alright, so the top. We're not going to go through too much of this because, as I said, this is a basic tutorial. So you can essentially ignore absolutely everything for now. And we're just going to click OK. So this is our new project now. As you can see, it's changed from World to Untitled. So this is a complete new project. Now, clearly, we want something to edit. But before we go into the editing, I just want to take you through some of the most basic icons that there are. First of all, we have the new icon. This is exactly what we've just done, except quicker. So instead of going to File, New, or Control N, you can click on this, and it's a new project. You can go Open, so that's to open a different file. It could be to open a project. Vegas saves projects as .veg files, so they're easy to find. Save, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you've not saved the project yet, like I haven't, then it'll take you to where you want to save it, or save as, if you've saved it already and you want to save it as something else. And then there's properties, which we're not going to go into because that's advanced. So those are the only 4 icons from the top layer we are going to worry about right now. So try and get used to those 4 being there. It's very similar to Microsoft Word, so very basic. So we'll obviously want to open something, and the way that we do this is, you notice that we're in a tab here called Project Media. This is the stuff that you want to appear in your video. So we're going to click Open, and just for the sake of this, I'm going to use this video of me playing Spyro, attempting my personal best. It did not go well. So I'm just going to open this. And the reason why we didn't bother too much worrying about the new project is because this question pops up whenever you start a new project. When you insert your first file anyway, it says, do you want to set your project video settings to match this media file? Now, for the purposes of this video, we are going to click yes, but I'll explain very quickly why you might want to click no. If, for example, you are using a video that's got an aspect ratio of 4:3 like this one, but you want it to be in widescreen mode, then you'd click no, because clicking yes will do this. As you can see, this window up here has shrunk, and it's to match the exact same format that I recorded this video in. So that's the project media. We've inserted our video, and you'll notice now that these 2 tracks have appeared. The top track is a video track, and this is your video itself. This is the visuals. This is what you see here. The track below it is an audio track, and as you can see by these waveforms, this is the sound that comes off of the video. So very simple to work out. Video track, audio track. Now, as you can see, these are formed literally just by inserting this project media. But if for whatever reason you want to do it the long way, you can go to insert, and you can either go to video track, Control Shift Q, or you can go insert audio track, and so and so. And or you can also do it by right clicking, but if you right click a video track, it'll only give you the option to insert video track. If you click an audio track, it'll only give you the option to insert audio track. But yeah, so we don't want these though, because we're being very basic. So here's our video, and this over here is called the preview window. This is where, wherever you are in a point in time, this will be the video. So to view your video, because you'll want to see what it's like before you render it, you want to, these are the snap tools. You can either snap it to the start, so you'll see this line, and I'll explain what this line is exactly for in a later, more difficult tutorial, but this is the start now. This is the very start of the video. Likewise, you can use the other one, snap back, go to the end. It will take you to the very end of the video, just before you press stop recording. Easy enough to work out. Thought so. If you want to play your video to see how it plays first, you just click this. I didn't know, 'cause now I realise that this has got audio, and so I'm just going to turn this down. So you press play, and this is now moving. Now there would be sound, as you've just heard, but I've just muted it temporarily because I don't want to deafen you all with the audio. So as you can see, it's playing through right now. Likewise, you can press this pause button to pause it, or stop to stop the video completely. Pause and stop are often very similar, and as you can see, there's a set of stuff up here. This does essentially the same thing. It's just for your convenience. Alright, so that's the basics anyway. We don't want to do anything more complicated than that. We've got our video. We've decided that we don't want to add anything. We're just going to render it now. So we are going to just go File and Render As, and this will bring up this window. Obviously your folder is where you want to save the file to, and name is what you want to save the file name as. Now that's automatically set as a WAV file, which we don't want to do. That is for audio files. We want to do it as a video file. Now if you're using the trial version, always use a WMV, because otherwise Vegas will automatically render your video with a watermark that will fluctuate around your video, which no one wants. So you use a WMV file, which seems to code the video and exclude the watermark. I won't go into detail about what these are, so I'll just kind of go for a standard one. You want 6 megabytes per second, 720p, 30p, and click render. That's a very standard quality video. If you are not using the trial and you're using the full version, I'd highly advise using either main concept AVC AAC MP4, and just going for internet 720p is very standard. Or if you want a smaller file that renders a bit quicker, I'd advise going for Sony AVC MVC MP4 and picking the same one here. So let's go, yeah, so it'd be internet 720 by 30p. Then what you do is just click render. Now one last thing, I don't want to go into anything too more difficult than this, but ensure that this option is not ticked. If this option is ticked, it's only going to render a certain part of the video. You want that unticked to render the full video. So you click render, it will then render, taking as much time as it needs, depending on the quality of your processor and RAM. That could be a long time, or it could be not long at all. So that's rendering anyway. You will then find your file wherever you chose to save it. But yeah, thank you for watching the basics. That's all I'm going to teach you in this lesson. Look out for the next one, and thanks for watching.